Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The toss right to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nicholson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
They'll run on 1st down. McMahon, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, he coughed it up! And this is picked up by the Bears. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now on 2nd and 16. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Here we go on 4th. Herbert flushed out right. That's to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Oh, boy, kind of hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Middleton. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Herbert on 3rd down now. Buying time to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Keys.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 2nd down, Keys.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense. Ended up winning the battle.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Nicholson got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd and 2. Nicholson. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break. Keys. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, Keys. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Keys. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They're going to try and throw.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Throwing on 1st down. Keys. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bears.
Darnell Mooney.
52 yards.
And the Bears take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Chicago, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Justin Herbert and the Chicago Bears taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Seattle Seahawks.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far. A perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out to his left. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Flush to his right.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Herbert on 1st down now.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Tua. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, here's Herbert escaping the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert.
That's complete to Mooney.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again, as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now a handoff up the middle. Middleton. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Play action. It's Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Rondale Moore
from 21 yards away.
And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's Tua. This is caught. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Herbert off of play action. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On first down, Middleton. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Give that sack to Harris Wilson Phillips, the big man. Now, I guess, partner, you call that a coverage sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Herbert's throw there complete to Mooney. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. 2 now on 1st down.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over.
Walker hit and the ball is out. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 29 yards. And the Seahawks have come back to make it a 2-point game. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
They'll run on 1st down. Middleton. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. On the move to his left. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Bears at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown,
Darnell Mooney.
His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Evans has it left side.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And Walker has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Here's second and a yard. On second down, it's Walker.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Tua.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson down the left sideline. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those... Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jordan Brooks with it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And his kick here is good. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Michael Thomas, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Adam Thielen, up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. After the sack on first down, Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
On second down, Middleton.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 15-yard touchdown Brown. And the Bears are an extra point away from going up by 40. Now, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards. To gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. A give for Walker running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. A great move by Montgomery. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Does the big boy have the juice? 20, 10, 5, and he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell. Coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help him along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Derek Brown
Forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 2 and now, 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
And the Bears force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Keys. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. On 2nd and 9, Tua. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead, Walker.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Looking to pass. Tua. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And that is is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 1, Tua. This is the tight end Fant. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Ready?
Here's Walker.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown! Noah Fant from 8 yards out.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off play action. Keys. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
From the 31.
Tua setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, he's got his big tight end, Fan. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Tua. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Walker once more, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Up the middle they go. Middleton. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Herbert. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The offense on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Tua now on 1st down. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Tua's throw into the hands of Fant. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete. Mooney. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Middleton. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Middleton, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run on 1st down. Middleton. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a give, right side. Middleton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.